Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, Chapter 43. When we last left our heroes, the fight with Boro was continuing, as Boruto, Mitsuki, and Kawaki especially kept on attacking Boro, who just kept on regenerating, until Kawaki told Sarada that all of Amado's enhanced scientific ninja tool beings, which all of Kara are, have to have some kind of human core to them in order to stay alive. And Sarada, using her Sharingan, was able to find Boro moving his core around his body, and so needed to come up with a fast enough jutsu to destroy the core, because she had found it, before Boro could get a chance to use the seals to move it, and so she unveiled her Chidori and hit Boro in the flank where the core was/is. So maybe the fight is done. We don't know. Anyway, let's jump right on in with Chapter 43, Manifestation. Our cover picture here is of Sarada. It's slightly uncomfortable because that's just how Ikemoto draws Sarada. Kind of uncomfortable. Anyway, we open right where we left off. Sarada has just ripped through the flank, the side of Boro's body where the core is. Boro was very surprised by that. Whoa, no way! Yes! And Kawaki just has never seen a Chidori before. What is that move? Though surprisingly, Boro is still alive, despite the fact that getting hit in the core should have killed him, I think. Anyway, Mitsuki turns to Kawaki. The Chidori, a super high-speed thrust attack where you concentrate chakra in your hand and then release it. It's so fast that it's hard to have accurate aim with it. It's quite a difficult jutsu. It's only feasible if you have Sharingan. And Boruto, full of pride. That's one of Old Man Sasuke's jutsu. When the heck did she master it? And Sarada she didn't destroy the core, she grabbed the core. It's in her hand. The Chidori did not destroy it. But it starts to crack. And then it's destroyed. And Boro looks at that in horror. As Sarada's jutsu stops, she comes to a halt and she turns around. And we see the wound starts to, where the core was ripped out of Boro's side starts to, steam. You stupid little girl! How dare you! And he screams. And his shoulders start to, blow up in size. What the? And he just continues to grow like some kind of balloon, almost? It's really weird looking. And he just, starts smashing rocks with his fist left and right. Boruto looks on in surprise. Hey, he's puffing up and going on a rampage! And yeah, he's, huge now. Also, it looks like he's gotten multiple legs, maybe? I'm not quite sure what's going on there. The scientific ninja tool is running wild after losing its core. At this point, he's no longer able to fight. Leave him be. Let's go rescue Lord Seventh. Huh? We're not taking him down? Boruto turns back to look at Kawaki. Believe me, I want to, but it doesn't look easy, and we're pretty worn out. Don't go near him, he can still hurt you. And Boruto looks back at Boro, and Mitsuki turns to Boruto. Lord Seventh might be able to defeat him, so let's get him out stat. Oh right! Why didn't you say so sooner? So does that mean that just destroying the core doesn't kill Boro? And is what's going on with Boro right now? Is he still, in control of his mind? Or is he just some, force of nature right now? They can just kind of ignore and go on their merry way. I don't know. It seems to me that even if they were to just ignore Boro, even if he went on this rampage for a while, eventually, Jigen would find him and get him a new core, maybe? I don't really know. I don't know what to take of Boro right now. Anyway, they come to the tea kettle. Boruto kind of moves it. It feels like he's moving it? I don't know why he's moving it. Oh no, he's trying to, open the lid. Okay. God, this isn't working. It won't budge. Maybe we do need to break it open after all. And Sarada stops him. No. You might damage the inside. And Kawaki turns to Boruto. Boruto, give me your right hand. We used Karma's power to create a gate that crosses space-time, to travel here from your village. It should be possible, by that same principle, to use a gate to connect the space inside here and the space we're standing in. Theory, at least. Gotcha. Sarada understands. It does sound plausible. Well, I don't have any other ideas. And Kabuki aims at the kettle with his karma hand. If this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Since we don't, and Boruto does the same. Since we don't have a choice, let's just do this. And the two of them do it, and they form a gate. And something comes out of the gate. Naruto comes out of the gate. So I guess that my theory was that Naruto would stay in the gate until the time skip. But given that he's already out, I guess not. He's seemingly unconscious, though. And all four of them look down in various states of worry and surprise. Dad! Lord Seventh! Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki all run towards Naruto. Hey, he's unconscious! What? Dad, wake up! My right hand's functional, so he's gotta be okay. So yeah, he's definitely not dead if Kabuki can use his hand. But just then, it looks like it's one of Boro's legs, just comes in and squashes Mitsuki? Oh fuck! And the other three all look, whoa, and they see Mitsuki battered under this, what I guess is Boro's leg. Mitsuki! And they all turn around, and they see, it looks like Boro looks some kind of octopus monster at this point. You dare make a fool of me? You won't get away with this. It looks like Boro maybe is still conscious in some way. He also does have what looks like karma markings down. No, I think he always had the 3 markings on his face. Never mind. You monster. And Kabuki activates his karma, aims it at Boro, and unleashes a beam that knocks off one of Boro's arms. Grrr. And he doesn't regenerate because he no longer has the tool. But with his other hand, Boro throws Kabuki across the dimension. He smashes through the rocks and lands a good distance away. Shh. Ugh. And then he turns away. He turns to see Sarada. And she readies a jutsu, fire style. But just then she's grabbed by Boro. Sarada! He's kind of crushing her. You! And Boruto jumps up at Boro. And he kicks the elbow of the arm that's grabbed Sarada, loosening her a little bit, allowing her to fall to the ground. And she goes as she hits the ground. You okay? And then just then, Boro looks back and smacks Boruto again. Sends him, flying across the ground. Grr. And he looks up right as Boro smashes something. My first thought is Sarada, but Sarada's still there in the next panel. Oh no, it's Boruto. He's punching into Boruto because we see his fist, leave from Boruto's limp form, and he raises another punch. And he keeps going at Boruto. Sarada lets out a weak, stop. And then we see he hits him again. There's another dust cloud, and as it all kind of settles, he removes his hand from the ground. Boruto. And Boro looks down at shock that Boruto is missing. Whoa. And Boruto has gotten behind him. Hey. Surprisingly calm, all things considered. And he's taken on some kind of form. He's got the one horn. His karma's gone to an even grander state. Almost looking like an Otsutsuki. Maybe. Only one eye is open. He has the one horn. I think Jigen had the one horn when we saw his Otsutsuki form at some point, maybe in the parallel dimension where Sasuke found him. But yeah, he looks down. His karma now has some more markings to it besides just straight lines. And Sarada is, understandably baffled by this. Huh? Don't get cocky, you inferior creature. Oh, Otsutsuki. Boro understands what's going on better than we do. And he readies another fist at Boruto. And Boruto just kind of kicks it off, it looks like, leaving another stump. Ugh. And then Boruto, dashes at Boro, kicks him in the gut. We see, there's an indentation, a large indentation where Boruto's foot was. You can't see it on... I'm trying to show you. You can't really see it. It's lower down. Sarada, what is going on? and Boro lands on his back a good distance away. And Boruto kind of is starting to fall, it looks like. He has almost no chakra left. And he looks back at Kawaki and Sarada. No, Naruto and Sarada. And he lands by Naruto. This line here, he has almost no chakra left. I think, and this is kind of been foreshadowed, I think this might be Momoshiki. You know, we know that Boruto has Momoshiki's karma. So, this might be Momoshiki in Boruto's body. And the ramifications of that are still very unclear. But we know that's what happened with Ishiki and Jigen, what Ishiki's trying to do with Kawaki. But again, we don't exactly know what that... Like, is this going to be kind of a Naruto and Kurama thing? Or like a late Naruto and Kurama thing? Like an early Naruto and Kurama thing? Or like... I don't know, maybe like Greed and Ling in Fullmetal Alchemist. As Greed like took over Ling's body before they eventually worked out their issues. Like an early Greed and Ling relationship. Anyway, Boruto sees Naruto, floats down beside him, and puts his hand on his chest, and we see what looks like chakra either going into Naruto or coming out of him. Coming out of him, it looks like, because we see that Boruto now has this whole, like, Super Saiyan-looking aura around him. Good. That should be sufficient. Boro gets up again, and the Boruto-Otsutsuki hybrid turns to Boro and dashes after him, and kicks him again. Boro is sent flying. And as he's sent flying, Boruto gets above him and kicks him down into the ground. He hits the ground with a boom. Again, Boro is fucking huge at this point. Mitsuki finally wakes up and looks up to see Boruto land on Boro. And Mitsuki, shocked, asks, Boruto? And Boruto, on Boro's body, what did he call it? That jutsu of his? Ah, that's right. Rasengan. And he instantly makes this huge Rasengan that covers almost all of Boro's body. It's very reminiscent of the father and son Rasengan from the Momoshiki fight, which is probably where Momoshiki is getting the idea from. And the wind like blows onto Sarada and Mitsuki. They both have to brace to stop from flying back. And Kawaki finally wakes up. As Boro is just gone, there's a crater and a few leftover tentacles where Boro used to be. The tentacles quickly falls to the ground, and Boruto just floats there. Kawaki looks up at him, and then turns to Mitsuki. Hey Mitsuki, what the heck was that? What happened? And Mitsuki doesn't look at him, still looks at Boruto. I'm not sure myself. And Momoshiki, I guess, opens his eye again. No, not yet, my dear blue-eyed boy. Yeah, there's the term Momoshiki used on Boruto at the end. It's still a ways away that you'll... And then he finally just disappears, and Boruto falls to the ground. Lose it all. I guess that cuts away any mystery of who that was, because that was, again, Momoshiki's dying words. Sarada notices Boruto's fall with an oh! Mitsuki sends out his snake arms to grab him, and grabs him and brings him down gently by his side, and Boruto wakes up. Sarada, like, hobbles over to where Mitsuki and Boruto are. Huh? Mitsuki? What? And Mitsuki looks at him. He doesn't remember? Sarada thinks, just now, he seemed like someone else. Karma. It might be even more dangerous than we thought. And the problem is, no one who was here ever met Momoshiki. Certainly none of them knows what Momoshiki said to Boruto at the end, because only Boruto and maybe Sasuke heard that. So no one is aware of just what's going on yet. Except for the audience, of course. And Kawaki looks down at Boruto. Boruto looks at his hand. And we see Naruto, still unmoving. And then we cut to a desert somewhere. This is the Karma base. And Kashin Koji, who you'll recall last time we saw was returning to base to go kill Jigen. has arrived at base. He runs into Amado, and Amado tells him, Jigen is recharging in the back. He hasn't even regained 10%. I see. What about Boro and Code? They're both out. Boro's guarding the Hokage. Code is with Ten Tails. Alright, so that means all of Karma knows about that other dimension where Jigen was. Which means they definitely know the truth about Jigen and Ishiki. Whatever it is. Anyway, Kashin Koji just says, good. And Amado looks at him, you're going to do it? Yeah. I'm taking him down. And that's the last we see. So it looks like Amado is in on this plot. Next chapter hits March 20th. Okay. So there's a lot here. The big thing, really the biggest thing by a wide margin, of course, is Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body. For a brief moment, as Momoshiki tells us at the end, it's still a long ways away when Boruto loses it all, like was promised back in chapter 10. But still, that means that day is coming, and we have a better idea, we have a better idea of just what that means. It seems to be, which kind of could have been assumed with Jigen and Ishiki, and Kawaki at least, that Momoshiki will at some point take over Boruto's body. Which means that Boruto's defeat of Momoshiki back in the Momoshiki arc was not a victory. It was, or it wasn't a loss for Momoshiki. It was just kind of a temporary setback. And maybe that's how the Otsutsukis have always worked? Perhaps? Like we wouldn't know, because Momoshiki was the first Otsutsuki to be killed, besides Kinshiki, who was killed by Momoshiki. Momoshiki was the first one to be killed by a human. So we haven't really seen the ramifications of that before. Kaguya was just sealed away, Hagoromo kind of died naturally, and was only half Otsutsuki to begin with. And maybe Urashiki was killed by Boruto, so maybe that doesn't really count. Those also kind of, again, Urashiki's anime canon, and how Urashiki fits in with manga canon is even more confusing, thanks to the Otsutskis come in pairs reveal from a few months ago. It's just a really weird place right now. But yeah, that's the big moment. Momoshiki is still alive, inside Boruto's chakra somewhere, and at some point he's gonna want Boruto's body for Boruto to become a vessel, just like Jigen wants Kawaki to be. Which means that's probably part of Jigen's plan, for Kawaki to kill him at some point so Ishiki can take over Kawaki's body. Which is very Orochimaru. You know, Orochimaru was always looking for bigger and better hosts. And that's kind of what the Otsutsuki are doing. At least what it seems to be. Though there's presumably some differences. But we'll find out about those later on down the line, I hope. Because again, there's still just so many mysteries about this going on right now. And then, of course, there's the final moment where Koji declares that he's... Well, we already knew Koji was going to take down... or going to try to take down Jigen after a few chapters ago when he was like, oh, Jigen's weakened right now, let's go kill him. But now we know that at least Amado is in on it. And it seemed like a few chapters ago, right around the time the Boro fight started, that Jigen/Ishiki had promised Amado something. Right? That, like, I forget the exact manner of the line. And I'm not sure I can find it if I wanted to. But it seemed that there was a goal, that there was some promise made between them. So I don't know what to think about that, because this makes it seem like he's trying to kill... Yeah, here's the scene. Where is it? Don't worry, Amado. It's chapter 39. Don't worry, Amado. Everyone's wishes will be granted, including yours, of course. Though then again, Amado doesn't respond to that. He turns away, and we have the ... and then he says, yeah. And he looks looks sad. Delta says, huh, what are you staring at, geezer? You're creeping me out. Then Amado ignores her and says, I'm counting on it, Jigen. Maybe that's referring to his wishes or Jigen's death? I don't know. What Kara's wishes are is still very much a mystery. But we also do see here that this is all part, looking back at chapter 39, that this is all part of Jigen/Ishiki's plan. He has on that same page where he says, talks about the wishes. The likely both will become powerful Otsutsuki. A gigantic divine tree shall grow, huge enough to devour all life on this planet. And we see a Boruto design that's almost identical, minus the karma lines, from the one we saw just now, as Momoshiki took over Boruto's form. So yeah, big mysteries going on there. There's a whole lot going on with all that. And yeah, I don't know what's next, because also Naruto is still unconscious. I imagine next month is going to focus on Koji and Jigen. While we kind of work out what exactly is going on with Naruto. That might be going on in the background. But I imagine Koji versus Jigen, even at 10%, is going to be the series' next big fight scene. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for this chapter. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like, or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!